In the developing countries of West Africa, poverty is a menacing enemy. It gives birth to malnutrition, disease, and death. In fact, UNICEF's 2010 report, The State of the World's Children, indicates that out of every 1,000 children born in Central and West Africa, 169 will not see their 5th birthday. Since 1978, Mercy Ships has used hospital ships to deliver hope and healing to developing countries. The floating, state-of-the-art medical facility addresses immediate medical needs. But what if we could do something to help prevent disease? What if we could help improve nutrition so that more children could celebrate their 5th birthday?
One might ask why an organization like Mercy Ships, who runs a hospital ship, would be interested in an agricultural program. Mercy Ships understands that healthcare doesn't begin when somebody gets sick and has to come to the hospital. Healthcare begins long before that.
Our country is a poor country, and poverty is always in our country. We have many land. People have many land without knowing how to use the land.
Teaching West African farmers how to use the land efficiently and effectively is the focus of the Food for Life program. Better agricultural methods produce more nutritious and more plentiful crops. Better nutrition leads to better health. Better health results in less disease.
The role of agriculture in health overall is fundamental. If a man can't feed himself or his family, how are they possibly going to come to be able to prosper and live healthy, well-nourished lifestyles? We're living with levels of undernourishment in this continent of greater than 35% and probably 70% of our nations in the continent. Those are shocking statistics. How are we going to change that? Through health? Yes, we are, but it's health that deals with the agricultural platform.
Establishing and sustaining such a program is a big undertaking. However, Mercy Ships has formed partnerships with other like-minded NGOs.
We look for long-term partners within each nation where we serve. We choose our partners carefully. We're looking for integrity. We find that in Bethesda. We look for people who are already doing it within the country that we can partner, come alongside and help.
Mercy Ships and Bethesda constructed the Food for Life Training Center in Hevier in Benin, West Africa. The facility includes a classroom for training and a dormitory for students. It was an exciting day when the center had its grand opening. The program requires a significant time commitment from the students. The 4 months of training guide them through clearing the land, planting, growing, and harvesting. They also learn agricultural principles and leadership skills.
Our first goal is to train the trainers, and through them the program can continue. These people can be able to train the rest of the people in the communities. Our main goal is not to receive the people from the university, the people who have higher degree in the school, no. It's to help first the communities, like those who are never get the chance to go to the school to learn agriculture.
The traditional African farming practice is to slash and burn the land. Everything is cut down. The land is totally cleared and burned. This destroys the land by killing beneficial microorganisms, encouraging erosion, and destroying organic matter that is needed for the next crop. Food for Life teaches the farmers not to burn the land. Instead, they cover the soil with a thick coat of organic mulch.
You'll see that we have our crop of corn and the beans that are growing, but intermixed with that crop is a very heavy blanket. The land itself is protected in many ways from the environment, the harsh environment that we see here in Benin. We have a very strong sun that dries the land out. The mulch, the blanket, helps to conserve the moisture, but in addition to that, it saves the soil from being eroded away. As the hard, heavy rainy season hits, The blanket protects the soil from being bombarded with the raindrops that pulverize that soil and then wash it away. It's estimated that 55 to 200 tons per hectare are lost just from soil erosion. And it's that loss that takes all the nutrients away from our crops and keeps our crops from producing a bountiful crop. One of the other things that the blanket does is to help provide a covering over the soil that keeps the weed seeds from germinating. If we look at this soil and we can gather it up, we see that none of the weeds hardly at all are growing. And this helps from the standpoint of the labor on the farm operation. So instead of having people working so hard, weeding and caring for the land, we're teaching different techniques that make their life easier and allow them to farm more land and are able to increase their income and will increase their sustainability on the farm and provide more food and a higher level of nutrition for the people, and not taking that green material and burning it off and just allowing that to become part of the soil and provide the nutrients for the crops that we are growing.
Providing a protective blanket of mulch for the soil and learning principles of crop rotation have produced dramatic crop yields.
His father's 3 bags for his acre, up to a maximum yield of 69 bags. That's over a 20-fold yield increase, and you realize the potential is right within African soil for it to come out from under the yoke of poverty and realize its full God-given potential.
The Food for Life program is a sustainable program that empowers communities to help themselves by providing better nutrition and extra crops that can be sold to benefit the local economy. Additionally, the Food for Life program will develop a regional network of like-minded agriculturalists.
We are all about health. First of all, the surgical intervention. The second, the primary health care involves agriculture and water and sanitation. 80% of the world's communicable diseases are water related. And so you put all of that together, and that's Mercy Ships.